I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. Life in plastic is fantastic.
You
Welcome
can
back.
undress
Happy
me everywhere.
2005, guys.
See, I don't know if you knew, but that is like the song of my household because my daughter, Margarita, is obsessed with Aqua. Actually, not even Aqua, just
Oh,
definitely Barbie Girl. Sorry, I can't even see the keyboard. I'm just gonna press the button. There we go. You know when you can't see the buttons to like volume up and stuff, it
yeah,
has like the backlight.
yeah, yeah.
Anyways, hi,
Hi,
you're
we're back.
back.
We're back. We did it. We did the things featuring
Back.
Harrison because he's
I,
just a part of our package for
exactly.
for the next who knows how many
Right.
who knows many
I
episodes.
had to like every episode I put out, I was like, and Brittany can't join us today. So this is like, is it my third solo one? I think I had three or two or three anyways. Two for sure.
Well, yeah, because we
Maybe
had
three.
two in December that I believe you had done without me. And then
And
we
then
had one in January here that just
one.
started. Sorry, guys, there. Sorry, Harrison. Main reason is because of this guy.
Yeah.
But
Feel free to share if you want, but don't feel obligated. All I said to them, like, by the way, is there's a bit of medical stuff. There's been a lot of
yeah.
medical emergencies happening in your life right now.
Yeah,
So
no.
it's just a lot. So
Yeah, it's been
yeah.
a little bit chaos and actually, I will talk about it because it was yeah, Harrison had come down with like RSV, rhinovirus, and pneumonia all at one time. So we were in the hospital for a couple days. But the staff at our city hospital, or I'm sorry, our children's hospital is so freaking amazing. Like I 100% will always donate my money to them now that I'm like, dang it, they are so
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
So
No,
yeah,
it's so good.
we were treated with such kindness and oh, it was just so good. All the positive things to say. And he obviously is good and good and good.
Good
And
and good.
yep. And yeah, yeah, it's so wild. He hadn't really been that sick ever yet in his life. So that
Mhm.
was a little traumatic for everybody, but that's
Yeah.
okay. He's much
Yeah,
better
because we took
now.
him in
And
on Christmas morning,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And because I could have, oh no, sweetheart, I couldn't, decide if I should take him in Christmas Eve. And I was like, oh, I don't know if it's bad enough. And so I was really lucky that my one friend who's been an emerge nurse and been in the field for many, many years answered my call and she was able to guide me and FaceTime me to confirm, like, yeah, this is what probably is going on. You need to go. Everything will turn out good, which it did. So I'm so grateful. And it was wild too, because when we were in the hospital, our amazing friend Bev Lazar had reached out and she's like, this is a great time to like use your Reiki and stuff. And I was like, I would love to, but I can't even
I
focus,
have
which
no
was
energy.
crazy. I couldn't.
Speak of the devil. I was just going to
Oh yeah.
text her. I was thinking about her
Aw,
because her birthday is like
right away here.
right away. Either
It's
I
like the
gotta look
11th
right
or 13th or something, isn't it?
now. Yeah, it's coming up really quick. I'm sorry, total derail there, but I was like, Bev,
Yeah,
because I was
no,
thinking
Bev.
about like my year ahead. I was like, I haven't talked to Bev in a long time.
I know, I know.
Bev was sorry, go on now.
No, it's all good. Yeah, so I can, oh, there she is. Um, yeah, I just love her to pieces so freaking much. And she had just reached out to be like sending all the good stuff. Like, this is a good opportunity to put all your work in motion. And I was like, that's a great idea. But then I was like, just laughing to myself. And I was like, I haven't slept. And I
I
haven't
think I
been able
have to put
to
my
sleep.
work into myself at the
Yeah,
moment.
I
Yeah.
gotta, I gotta try to start here, right in this entity first. But yeah, oh man. But it was a
No.
really good reminder. I was like, that's such a good idea. But honestly, I feel like a lot of it was intention. And I learned this, of course, from our buddy Kelsey Parker from Empowered from Within is like, sometimes you got to put out what you want. And
Yeah.
the whole thing was just like, I just want us to be taken care of. I just want things to happen. But that I want them to go better than expected. I want it just to be amazing. And it was like I gotta tell you, like our every nurse that we got to see was just so wonderful and so kind and so patient. Um, everyone just like really went extra for us, which was like so like I didn't expect that. It was just like so wonderful. And like
Yeah.
I had such good chats with like the doctors and everyone was in like good moods and it could have been from Christmas, but they're getting Christmas away from their family. So you're like, I'm just grateful you're here.
Yeah. I've always said it takes a certain type, like a certain breed of person to be like all right in that environment and to thrive.
Yeah,
And I mean thrive as in like genuinely like if I can't compute what's happening in my personal life, thank God these like people
yeah,
show up
yeah,
and help me because you know
yeah,
what I mean? Like we are at a loss for them. So
totally.
yay, nurses and doctors and everybody
Yeah.
in the health
Oh my
field. We
gosh.
love
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. We don't deserve you. You guys are just so incredible.
Like
Yeah.
seriously,
And
yeah.
it's, it goes back to like how people, like you just said, like some people are just like they are sent to this earth to be in those like healing positions and like, yeah, they showed up. And I was just so genuinely impressed. And like, of course, this week we had to go back to the hospital because Harrison
Mhm.
had a 24-hour bug that like kicked his butt. So, and of course, by the time I found out all the many clicks were closed, I was like, so our 811 number's like, nope, got to bring him to emergency. Okay. So back we went. And again,
Emergency gal.
everyone was so freaking amazing and kind. And they were just like so good with him. And like, yeah, it was busy but it wasn't like, thankfully, it wasn't just like a standing room only business. Like everyone was seen like really well. Like it was just so, I don't know. I got lots of really positive things to say. I'm just so grateful. So
Yeah, that's so
thankfully,
nice.
everyone is on the up and up. So yeah, so there's been a bit of a reason why I haven't been present because if we weren't in the hospital, I was completely burnt out and I couldn't
Yeah,
think.
and but then you were also like still trying to work and so like it's
Yeah,
just and then if
that's the
Rye
thing.
works away, I think we've said that before, Rye
That's
works
it.
away, so it's like you're
Yeah,
managing a little man,
yeah.
you know,
And then
yourself,
I
your
was
own.
sick because of him getting sick, and it was just a crapshoot, guys. But I thought of you all often, and I was hoping that everyone had an unreal Christmas and solstice and a New Year. I haven't even put together my manifest board for New Year's yet. However, I
Yeah,
did pull a card for each month of the year. That's when something
good. That's
big.
amazing. So good.
Yeah, so I'm excited to see how that turns out. If you have any RuPaul fans out there, I can't wait to see how this turns out. Anyways,
Oh, okay. I was like, I thought we were gonna talk about the Vivian. I was like,
no,
yes,
but we
tell me.
can.
I
R.I.P.
mean,
Vivian.
I mean, like I was
Uh,
telling Brittany, the only season I ever watched slash like enjoyed and like reference and like
it
loved
was a
was the
fucking good
Vivians.
season too. I'm happy you got to watch
That's
it.
a great season.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, so
I think
very
that was
sad.
the first, I think that was the first RuPaul UK too, as well.
Yes, it was number one. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. So, but yes, I don't know RuPaul enough to know this,
that's
but okay.
okay. It's funny as fuck. I wish, yeah, that's my one wish for Jessica is hope in Jess's lifetime that she can
We probably
gradually
will.
watch random seasons because some of them are just so fucking good. The jokes
Mhm.
are so funny that I literally was just like, I just died. I live, laugh, love them.
It's good. I totally, hey, I watch like the TikToks and stuff
I know that's
as
why
it
I'm
comes
like,
through.
how do you
I know.
not?
I can't, I mean, I probably have like, this is my, probably my mental span is just like, you only get me for
Yeah,
like
yep,
7 seconds to like 60
yeah,
seconds to like, you know what I
totally.
mean? That's my own fault because I'm addicted.
But you
I'm
know what? Sometimes it's
addicted
easier
to
to
you. Sorry?
sometimes it's
What?
just easier to watch those little mini clips versus sitting down to watch a season though.
I'm
And
like that
even
with
like
everything.
I get it because like there's so many good shows and documentaries and all these wonderful things that are out there. And I'm behind on like podcast shows, everything, but
Oh my gosh,
I
yeah.
will make time to be hardcore still into watching now CSI New York. I have crushed the CSI original Vegas and
Like a
Miami.
hyperfixation, Brittany. This is
I
what that
have
is.
a
It's a
such a
hyperfixation.
hardcore, I do. I have a hardcore fixation where that's the only thing I'll make time for.
Exactly.
Will
I
I be
know.
up till midnight? Yeah. But you know
Yeah.
what? I'm gonna be okay with it
But
because
I'm the same way. Because you know, Brittany, I'm like, we definitely have some undiagnosed sprinklings in
oh,
our lives because like, oh, like hyperfixation meals.
oh man, yeah.
Oh my God. And
Songs,
like or like snacks. Oh, sorry, what do you say?
songs.
Songs.
You
You're
fucking
so
hate my
terrible for
playlist
songs.
because you're just like, okay, that's enough. And I was like, no, one
And
more.
we listened to that again. Okay. That's enough now. That's enough. Yeah.
Yeah,
But that's like
100%.
Colin's like that too, to me, whatever. But also,
Sounds fine, honestly.
but also like thoroughly investigating the spectrum diagnosis there. So
That's the thing. Well, that's the thing. Genetically, it's gonna come from somewhere.
it's coming strong for my
That's
thick ass.
it.
That's okay.
Yeah.
But
Oh my gosh. What's a good fixation food you have right now? Do you know it?
mm, I don't know if I have one right now. Actually, that's a lie. Because I've got my everything but the bagel seasoning, right?
Mm,
And I
yeah.
do like a cucumber sandwich
Oh,
with I do
love it.
cream cheese
Yeah.
with my everything but the bagel seasoning and cucumber, and I'm like, this is amazing.
Honestly, that's the best. That's
I don't
freaking
know if I could call it a hyperfixation, but like when see, it's so weird right now. Our like rhythms all out because of Christmas. Our kids were off school. We're
yeah.
having our snow
Yeah.
days.
You guys have
So
snow
kids
right
were
now.
supposed to be back on Monday, this
Right.
past Monday, and because everything's been so bad, everything's closed.
Yeah.
So well, the schools are
And then
closed, I should say. Like life goes on. The town is slow. Apparently, I have not left the house
yeah.
since Saturday
Wow.
because we were so deathly ill last week. Oh yeah. Anyways, I was gonna talk about last week's podcast, but yeah. Anyways, um, but yeah, like so bad. Haven't left the house. The
Yeah.
children were out of rhythm.
Yeah.
I've read a book already this year.
Oh,
Just
wow.
like,
Good for
which
you.
for me is like what? And I'm already starting my second. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, oh, I need to like do nothing and something. So, anyways,
Oh,
um,
that's amazing.
I
So
don't
yeah,
know.
get hyperfixation food is the cucumber sandwiches, which are quite lovely.
Yeah, exactly.
Good for you.
Yeah, I like my routine. So when I'm in my routine, it finds a nice spot in my routine. I'm like,
I
yes,
get
and
it.
it is time for the Sammy.
Yeah.
But
My hyperfixation food is technically not a food right now. It's a drink, which I discovered at this like awesome Christmassy event in December called Glow. And it's a mocktail. And it's so freaking good. It's ginger ale with cranberry juice, pineapple juice, and some lime. And it is
delicious.
so
Sounds
fire.
so good.
Oh, fuck. Did I ever drink? I drank
What
my
did you say?
way
Sorry,
through all those.
ginger ale,
Yes.
cranberry juice,
Yes. Pineapple juice
pineapple
and
juice.
lime and like a squirt of lime.
Interesting.
It's like
I
so
mean, I
freaking
definitely would try
refreshing.
it.
Yeah. Oh, I
Yeah,
feel like you'll enjoy it. Like,
like a good juice.
yeah,
Good
that's
juice.
the thing, right? And so I have been
Yeah.
crushing those because they're just so tasty. I love cranberry juice to begin with, though, but dang, does it
Yeah.
hit the spot.
I find that the cranberry juice here isn't like true cranberry juice. Do you mean like there's like the bitter stuff that you get back home and you're like, ah, yes, it's gonna make my
Because it
bladder
needs to
amazing.
be,
Everything.
yeah, it has to be, it can't be like cranberry cocktail. It has to be like the true, really tart, like,
Yeah,
"Ooh, that's sour cranberry
exactly. Where it's like, oh, yeah, exactly. So I haven't
My
found they don't really.
mouth hurts.
I've yet to find it in the stores now, like that being like Tesco, Aldi, Little, or whatever. But I'm
Uh,
sure if I went to like Horns Health Food, like if there's other shops, I'm sure they have it there. But
yeah.
then it's like a specialty food item. Jamie, just like
And then you have to guard it with your life because then you don't want
exactly.
just anyone to take advantage of it.
The children will drink it.
Oh yeah. Well,
And
especially
they'll
because it's
waste
so
it. That's the
freaking
problem.
tasty. Yeah, no kidding. You're just
Yeah.
like, no, you treat
Yeah.
this like your once a month special treat,
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah. I was gonna say, just in regards to last week's podcast.
Yeah,
So I don't know if you listened to it or not yet,
haven't
Brittany.
yet. I'm behind on
Um,
everything.
you're behind on everything. I was gonna say, I'm like, she won't be listening, but um so I did like, how to feel better essentially and like
Yeah.
some spells. I did actually cast a whole bunch of shit. Did it help? No. That was Friday night that I recorded it overnight. Like my daughter was sick. I was already sick, but coming in and out of it.
Yeah.
Holland was sick, but that night they spiked these tremendously high fevers, and
Really?
Ryan was away. It was so awful. So that's what I mean. Like we left to go get McDonald's one day. Maybe it was Saturday.
Yeah.
Everybody was sick though. I'm like, we just need to go get more drugs, essentially. So that's what I went and got. And that was the only time I left the house in the last 5 days because everybody's been so sick. So sick. But
Jesus, that's
yeah.
crazy.
Anyways, so I'm not gonna say my spell didn't work. I'm just
But
thinking that
maybe it
there's
did.
like
Maybe it was trying to get things through, like move everything through faster. Do you have
maybe that's right. Yeah. Hi, baby. Hello. Hi, mister.
given it?
But anyways, it was a hard knock anyways. So I'm like, oh God.
Yeah,
It
that's
was
crazy.
it was awful. It was awful. We're still
Starting
sick. Colin fell ill
2025,
again.
rough as hell.
Literally. And like Colin's been like I'm feeling much better now. Like I still feel kind of like, but also I've been doing nothing.
Yeah.
So that kind of puts you in that little
Weird.
slump too.
But
Um,
it's good that you have been resting out of your work
oh,
because you've been
like
going.
literally, like during Christmas, I was working. I was like doing everything. So I didn't have the time off per se.
Yeah.
So like anyways, the kids are off school again tomorrow. They might go to school Friday. That'd be cool if they do. But honestly, at this point, yeah, Harrison, you silly goose.
Are you just
His little
silly?
his little toothy smile kills me. It's the
I know.
best. He's like, ah.
He's getting my teeth. Yeah.
That's scary actually. What was I gonna say? I forgot it. It's gone now. Anyways, I don't know. What was I saying?
You see those teeth? They did this.
I know he's so cute. Such a wiggle bum. I don't know. I lost it. Anyways, that's that. That's me.
But
That's my life.
casting that spell, I would be curious if it did help other people.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope it gave you some ideas as to what you can do.
Yeah.
To
I had a
feel
request
better.
actually. It's so funny you say that because I literally had a request from our friend JT that she's like, you need to put a spell out there to make things better. And I was like, okay. And then I
Okay.
couldn't because I was dead.
Hip hop
Like,
cheerio.
but now I'll let her know that we're on it. Maybe this year will involve a couple more witchy things that we can do, like maybe some more general spells for it to help people, or
Yeah.
be some little more like some tinctures that you can add to your Etsy shop or whatever you want to do.
Yeah, you can do that. Fuck, I was just gonna say something else and I definitely forgot. Oh yeah, I did I was talking about like things that I do, and what I did actually after I did the podcast is I went and I had a bath. I
Oh,
put my
nice.
oils in there. I, was able to really give it a nice blessing. I
Nice.
think I did it both nights. If I didn't do it Friday, I definitely did it Saturday
Oh, good.
when the kids are asleep. That was it. Like as soon as the kids were asleep and were able to rest and they were in our bed, and I was again solo parenting. It's like
Yeah.
when I have 5 minutes at 10:30 at night to have a bath, I'm gonna do it.
Yep. Heck
So
yeah.
yeah,
That's
so that
when
was
that's when most parents get their time. Because they're like, that's why most parents stay up too late because they're like, no, it's my time finally.
exactly because I had before my closing duties yet by like
Yeah.
cleaning,
Yeah,
putting the
gotta close
dishes
up the
away.
kitchen. Yeah,
I gotta
exactly.
close the kitchen. Literally, that's what I like to do. I like to close it down.
Yeah.
'Cause I hate
Get
walking into
everything
dishes
ready.
in the morning. Like it's the worst.
Well, it just makes
Um,
you feel good when like you walk it, like not everybody has to do this, obviously. Like if you don't have the time or energy, like girl, like just don't hurt yourself. But like
no,
for some
it's
of
good
us
for
that
my
are
mental
like
health.
need I knew someone every single night before she'd go to bed, not only would she clean, like she would just make sure like everything was clean and tidy, she would vacuum and mop her whole house every night before going to bed. That was her closing duties. And I was like,
Interesting.
she was
I
insane.
like, yeah. During
But
COVID, I was like hyper obsessed with my vacuum and
well,
vacuum.
but you had a good
And I would vacuum and mop. I would be mopping every Thursday, but I vacuumed like every day because I was
yeah,
like, it's everywhere.
yeah,
And I like it.
yeah.
Yeah,
And what really though too, once you have a good vacuum, like that shit's awesome.
exactly. Nothing like vacuum lines.
Ooh,
Um,
speaking of household chores to make more witchy, a future guest that I do hope that we can interview. Our schedules just haven't been working out, but Molly, who is on Instagram, which we can tag below, she always has like witchy ways to make like different things, just like different tasks easier to do and that you want to do them. And like one that she had lately was witchy ways to wash your hair. And I was like, oh, and she's like, especially if you don't want to wash it. And I was like, oh, you have no idea how much I fucking wanted this. Washing and brushing your hair. And damn, was it such a good video. And she has it for everything. It's like cleaning the kitchen, it's vacuuming, it's all these different things to make it a little bit more witchy. And she yeah, she just makes it so that you're like, oh yeah, okay, I want to do that. I can do that.
yeah, that's so
So
good. I'm like, I'll definitely tag her in the show notes anyways. What's her is it Carrot Toast? She's not Carrot Toast.
sorry.
What's her handle again?
I'll just grab it real quick here. Sorry,
We have a
guys.
few in our lineup, say.
I just had messaged her because I read. Oh yeah, it's M0DIZZL3. So it's like Mo Dizzle.
Mo Dizzle. Okay, I was gonna say I'm like M0. I'm like, what? What?
Yeah,
Mo Dizzle, my nizzle.
yeah,
Molly Donlin. Yeah.
yeah. She's so freaking cool. I just like freaking love her. And
Great.
like,
Yeah. So cute. The babbling is just craziness. It's beautiful.
oh my gosh, yeah, that's the thing. You never know. You never know he was so sick yesterday because he's been trying to drink up.
All right. Okay. Oh, it's wild there. He loves that too. Oh,
He does.
um,
One of his favorite things right now is I'll give him like a million kisses where I'm like, and then he goes in for more, like especially at like nighttime, where I'm like, oh, you actually. I feel like his love language is physical touch, which is just fine because that's mine too.
fine.
So
Content.
he's always just
Yeah.
like, hanging off me, which is fine.
I was gonna say he's like, this is my mom and this is my spot. my mom. Today we wanted to talk a little bit more about the rituals for year end because we really didn't get a chance to talk about that with you.
Yeah. Well, that's exactly it.
Yeah, I did come to the realization this week.
Yeah.
So something I'm gonna work on is because I'm like, oh, I want to try new things. You know what I mean? What
Oh,
I'm going to do, I always say that I'm like, oh, I should try something new. I want to try something new. I, I'm working on my follow through. That's my goal. So that's my
I
goal. I'm
love
gonna
that.
maintain it until I feel like I've like grasped it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try new things, but with that, I'm actually going to make a list of the things I want to try.
Oh,
So
I
not just be like, I want something new. It's like I want to try to do this macrame kit that I've had sitting around. I want to do that. I want to try swimming more. Do you know what I mean? Like, not, you know what I mean? I just want to like try and
yeah.
try something new just so that I can say, okay, I tried it. I maybe do like a bingo sheet and be like, oh, look at
That's
how, you
it.
know,
That's exactly the cut that
so
I want
like,
to make is a bingo
you know,
card of like really specific things that you can be excited to like cross off or um bingo stamp or whatever you want to do to make you feel good about completing it.
exactly. Yeah, exactly. Cause I'm like, okay, instead of saying like, you know, like, oh yeah, my other thing was I want to floss more, which has been good so far. But like of things that I want to try, I want to actually be like, no, I want to try this. Or I want to do this and I want to do that.
Yeah,
Right.
I love
So
it.
a
That's
bit more
amazing.
precise. I think I need more like pointed
Well,
goals
sometimes
this
you
year
have to
than
be
just like a
like that's so good though to be as specific as you can. Good job. Good job. You go play with this. Who's this little boy? We got this made because it was like part of a little truck set that was made for us, and then it came with this little guy, and like I'm dying. I love it so much. Clearly, it's Harrison, but I'm just like this for you, and he always he always smiles. And I don't know how this hasn't been lost yet. You want to come back on? Okay.
Oh, oh,
Yeah, he's like, nope, just gotta sit with
my
my.
recording is stopped here for a minute. Let me just, I hate this computer. I hate it so much. Do
It's
you know
still
why?
on my end.
Actually, it'll keep control. I have no idea. It's still recording, so I figured it out. Sorry for the little delay there, guys. My laptop. You know what I need? Is I need a backup drive to clear off the shit on my computer.
Oh, well, hopefully when you get to come overseas eventually, that you can.
Eventually, I will be paying a visit in May. That's all I can really say at this time. But
Yeah.
me
Oh,
and Margaret, my daughter,
yeah.
oh yeah, but every day, I think I told you this, I was on the phone with you earlier, and Maria's like, we're coming to Canada. And then today she's like, can we go to Canada now? We go to Gammy and Papa's house. I said, yes.
Oh,
But not
if it,
today.
if it was up to Gammy and Papa, she would have been here already.
Oh my goodness. And it does hurt that like I'm not bringing Colin, but that's okay.
But
He'll
but he's
he's
gonna
gonna
have
have a
so much
busy
fun.
time. He's gonna go to Legoland over
Yeah,
in the UK with Uncle Nick.
that's the
And
thing.
then
He's gonna have so much fun too. Like he's not gonna miss
yeah,
out on any fun. He's just gonna have a different
no,
time.
exactly, it'll be fine. So I
And
just have to book that trip.
I
That's on my to-do list is book the damn trip. But I gotta
Well, yeah, some details have to come, I'm sure, first, so that way it makes it easier for the dates. But yeah, so that'll be exciting when you do get to come. Maybe we can do something with you while you're here too, depending on life, and maybe not, and we'll just kind of go with it.
yeah.
This isn't gonna be a surprise 3 month stay though, guys. Jessica's
No,
for
absolutely
short amount of
not. I
time.
will be there and I will be leaving.
Yeah,
It will be like
we
a
all know this. We
like
all
it's
know.
like 3 weeks is kind of what we're thinking is about three
Yeah,
weeks.
she
So
has a
we'll see.
start date and she has a leaving date, which is good for
Ish.
her own soul
Well,
too.
yes,
Yeah.
exactly. I know. I'm like, oh God, it's not traumatizing yet. Booking the flights. The
Oh,
second book the return. Booking the return is like key. Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
It's not as bad. Whereas before it was like, I'm coming on a plane.
Yeah.
I,
I
all
may or
right.
may not be leaving. I'll just go with it. Yeah. No, it's
So
crazy.
yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
a tradition that I really wanted to go through that I was just
Mhm.
like, why is I'm like, I love how this is a thing. It's just so wild. So as a consumer of green grapes, I eat green grapes constantly. But what I had
Yeah.
realized through like different shows, movies, and then of course like Instagram and TikTok really featured it this year was that um if you when it comes to New Year's Eve at 12:01, you're supposed to eat 12 grapes. You're supposed to have green ones because that's this comes from like a Spanish culture. And
Okay.
if you were to have those 12 grapes, it's like they're good luck. Good luck will be by your side this entire year. It'll welcome good fortune and prosperity. And then eating 12 of them represents each month. So it can be
Okay.
12 wishes, it can just be eating 12 and just encouraging the intention of good wealth, good prosperity and stuff. So as I was, even though it was on New Year's Day, I still ate my green grapes because I love green grapes, but I still had that good intention of like, good stuff is coming. But it is funny
Understood.
because people still also, they not only eat green grapes, but they will sit underneath the table and do it for whatever reason.
Yeah.
One thing I can't
I
figure
was like,
out, why under the table?
I was thinking, I'm like, what is with the under the table business?
That's
But
what I
I mean,
couldn't find, which if anyone has Spanish culture, if they wouldn't mind letting us know why under the table. Because that's the one thing I can't find is like, yeah, eating 12 grapes in the last 60 seconds of New Year's Eve at midnight, bringing good luck and prosperity. But for some reason, no one, no one has like explained why under the table? Why is that the best to do?
yeah,
And it's
exactly.
funny
And I'm
because I
like,
actually
what's the
saw
table?
people with
What's the
like,
table got to do with it? That's what
exactly.
it is.
Yeah, and I
Mhm.
had seen like reels and I had seen snaps of people like literally at the bar with their like little sandwich bag of green grapes. And I was like, dying. I'm like, that's amazing.
That that is commitment. If you
That is
think about
serious commitment. Yeah.
it. Yeah,
Ooh,
no, for
another
sure.
witchy thing that because I can't remember the last time I've been on the episode. Another really witchy thing that I discovered in the last month-ish is did a big chop to my hair. And
Yeah, that's right.
it felt holy frick, did it ever feel so good. But one thing that I had learned about going into it is when your hair is growing out, especially if you're going through traumatic shit, all that energy stays into your hair. My hair was down to like my bottom ribs. Like it was long and it was really thick and it was heavy as hell.
Yeah,
And after I chopped it off, that was probably a good 2, 3 years worth, at least, if not a little bit longer. And I
yeah,
gotta tell you, the moment that was off, my anxiety went from like a normal 9, 10 to like a 2 for like 3 days. And I was like, why do I feel so light? I feel so good. It literally felt like I was high as a kite because I was just like, I feel so freaking good. It just felt like all the heaviness was lifted. All the energy that no longer needed to serve me was gone. It was insane. So ever
yeah.
since then, I'm just like, whenever someone's like, I wonder if I should cut my hair. And I was like, do it. You will thank
Definitely.
yourself. You will love
Yeah.
it. Doesn't have to
Literally.
be
Yeah.
shop,
No, I totally agree. I think it's nice to do that kind of stuff for yourself. It's like, yeah, it is. It's a good cleanse. It's a really good cleanse.
which you wouldn't think that that would be something that would be significant, but yeah,
No, but yeah.
love it.
Yeah. Well, that's
Love it.
good. Right on.
So
Yeah.
are we thinking of the card, Jessica, or what are we thinking?
Yeah, I suppose I'm trying to think, like, I don't know if I've got anything else really planned for today. It was kind of just like to get you back,
Yes.
pin you down and be like, you tell me
Well,
what the
this is the
fuck.
start of, you know, yeah, we still like I definitely miss it, like I said, and it's not like I not trying to avoid you guys. That's for sure. But now you know why my life was just a little bit of a dumpster fire. But we are back. We're we're just busy with this little boy, probably going to be in every episode from now on. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see.
Okay, I guess, you know, you
We'll
never know.
see. But he
He
will
is what he is, right? Like
exactly
whatever.
just like Colin and Maria were for many an
You
episode
gotta
in season
do.
1.
Yeah, exactly. You have to do what you gotta do. It's
Yeah,
just the way it is, right? So
yeah.
yeah. No.
Absolutely no. Come on. Okay, good. He had pressed something and I was like, oh no, you didn't. But everything's fine. So yes, in the midst of all the things too, I have forgotten which decks I haven't pulled from. So I may have I've used this one before, but I'm not 100% sure. It's my spell casting oracle. I'm
I don't know if you have.
not sure either, but it caught my eye today and I was like, I don't know. I think I'm gonna pull from that one today. So we'll see what the cards have to say for everybody for this week.
Let's do it.
And speaking of, when
Mhm.
this comes out on Saturday, the 11th, is that when this comes?
Yeah, the 11.
on the Monday, that's the full moon. So if anyone wants to do any cleansing, good stuff. If you got fresh snow in your area, that's a good time to grab that snow, bring it inside, and then you can do
Yeah.
all different types of really witchy things with that. I still have snow water from last year that I
Yeah,
still
you should
use
use
for
it.
certain plants and for certain spells when I want to.
That's good. When it was snowing this week, because it's been like snowing, I'm like, oh, I should definitely grab a vase and catch it falling and stuff. And then I just was too sick.
Oh
I
gosh,
was outside for like no time at all. I was like, I should do it. I was like, I'm not doing it.
don't get it while it's falling down. That's silly.
Yeah,
That's
you can. I
you
was just like, oh, I
can,
want to see how
but
much I can catch.
true.
It's
But I would just
fresh.
go out like literally. I just went to an area that I know that no animals have been picking at it.
Yeah.
And I just took my giant my giant mason jar and I just like scooped up a big thing of stuff
Uh,
and it would melt and I'd go back and scoop up some more.
Yeah. No, because we're out in like the country. I'm like, where have the animals not been?
Well, that's the
But
thing.
and I was like,
As
it's
long as you
fresh.
don't
So whatever.
physically see any messes, then I'd say go for it. All right. So my card is empowerment.
Okay, very good.
I like it. I like it because it reminds me of Bobby with her aura photography.
Yeah.
For
Mhm.
how this looks.
Yeah, it's really
And I
beautiful
like it too
actually.
because there's a lot like there's for what like the moon and everything behind her, full moon, ding ding.
Sorry. Yeah.
Um it's kind of casting like a lighter shadow around like her mouth, which
Yeah.
he would visualize like empowerment could be communication. So
Yeah.
the magical guidance says, that guidance says, you have so many strengths and yet you allow others to take away your power. When your words are dismissed and your actions are mocked, your light fades because you don't stand up to be counted. You may silently to yourself say silently to yourself that everything is fine, but you know the real truth. But the universe requires you to stamp your authority so that way you can grow fully into the wise one that you truly are. The wisdom keeper that others are waiting to turn, sorry, that you are the wisdom keeper that others are waiting to turn to. By working the element of fire to purge any fears that hold you back, you're more able to step fully into your power. With Salamander, the elemental guardian of fire, as your ally. So the magical meanings of this card are stand up and be counted. It's time to get your opinion across. Someone is trying to control you. Participate in an organized fire walk and seize the day.
A firewalk. Interesting.
I know firewalk. I'm like, what the hell does that mean? But okay, let's do
It's
it.
like, isn't that like the coal walking, maybe? I have no
Oh,
idea.
maybe.
And so
Organized.
I'm like, oh, also we've watched a lot of Frozen and Moana and all the things in the
I love
recent weeks.
it.
And Frozen 2, the element fire is represented by a salamander.
Isn't that funny? I never even didn't even
In
click
fact,
until right this second.
I have gotten the spider.
Ooh, the
I
spiders.
do my Kim Kranz deck, you know how she goes. So
Yeah, yeah.
oh, let's see. Let's just say. I also, when you were holding up your card, it looked like a mask over her mouth,
Ah, well,
which is like giving me a little bit of pandemic vibes
well,
in terms of
it's
like
a good
illnesses and stuff.
it is a good representation of like someone trying to take away your power.
Take away your power, but also you said empowerment, right?
Yeah.
Doing what you feel is right. And not only because I feel like there's like shit going down in the world, do
Yeah,
what you feel is right. I feel like is the biggest thing for that. It's
that's the
like
thing. Speak your truth.
don't speak your truth, live your truth. How the
Mhm.
fuck am I looking here? Yeah, I'm in the right section. I'm just
But you're
taking my
looking for
time.
fire.
Taking my time
I mean,
looking.
you're not looking for fire. You're looking for spider.
Taking my time looking for a spider. There it is. Creator of prosperity through life's work, Dharma. Right. The spider is an ingenious creator. It's the greatest gift of weaving the thread of Dharma into the vast, intricate web that supports the spider and those around it, both financially and spiritually. It is hard work, but the spider neither tires nor becomes impatient. This card reminds us that creativity is everywhere. Be process oriented rather than results oriented, and soon your work becomes like a weaving of magical priceless tapestry. Abundance follows. I'm all words are hard, guys. I'm sorry.
They're
So when you're
hard.
in balance, you're appreciative, enthusiastic, and prosperous. Prosperous. When you're out of balance, you might feel discouraged, tired, or forlorn. To bring to balance, playful creativity. I know that that card was for me. I've been dealing with a lot mentally in terms of work this week, and
Oh,
I'm just feeling a lot of that like discouragement.
oh shit.
Uh, but it's okay. It's fine because I'm like, again, realistically viewing things and stuff. It's okay. It's fine. I'm just like beating myself up. Do you know what I mean? I feel like people
Yeah.
do that. I mean, and I'm like, and that's it. I'm gonna get fired, or that's it. I'm gonna hand in my notice, or that's it. This,
Oh
that,
no.
And I know it's ridiculous to feel that way, but
But
it's
that's
the
where our brain
life.
goes when we're so frustrated. We're like, fine, whatever.
Like, and I'm shit. Bye.
Yeah. I'm
You're better off without me.
shit.
I should go. Yeah. Yeah. There's
Oh,
a what was that? I think it was a soccer coach. He was being interviewed in Europe. This is a few years ago, and it's like sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit.
oh God, I love that. I love it because it was used in so many different things. And like, they're like, how is it having a baby? Sometimes,
Sometimes maybe good,
sometimes
sometimes
maybe.
maybe shit.
Isn't that the fucking truth? Oh, well, thanks for joining us for our welcome back episode, loves. We hope to see
Thank you guys.
everybody soon. If you guys have any tarot questions we want to pull for the month of January, we can certainly do that. You know where to head to on our link tree for, or if you want to DM us, whatever you want to do. We also, if you have any guests in mind that you're like, why haven't you interviewed this person yet? Or bring this person back on, you just let us know and we will reach out and we'll connect with them. We have like, I'm pretty sure we have like at least 6 people that we haven't just been able to connect fully for a
It's
date
just
yet.
been hard to be like, yeah, exactly, to organize stuff with
Yeah.
them.
So
So
hopefully this year we'll be able to get that figured out. If not in this season, maybe this season and next. So we'll see.
yeah,
We're just gonna take it as it comes, and that way there's not a whole lot of stress for everybody who also has busy lives too. But
exactly. Yeah, that's the best we can do, and that's okay, right? It's still something that we love to do. It's still something that we want to do together. It's just
yeah,
the process of that's real life. This isn't our full-time job. This isn't something that we get paid to do, or
this is
like, do you know what I
purely
mean? Or
for
nobody
fun.
asks us to do it. We want to do it. So,
Yeah, it's
thanks
for
for sticking
fun.
around. In the meantime, you guys can find us on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube at Basic Banter for Witches, or email us at basicbanterforwitches@gmail.com. And yeah, the link will be in the bio below. I know. Yep, comparison.
Sorry, guys. Sorry,
You're
guys.
fine, Ori. The link will be below if you want to enter any questions for our monthly tarot read. So,
Yay. Say bye-bye. We'll see you next time. We
see
love
you next
you.
time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Bye now.